The Light Beyond, a journey back from the brink. Emma Collins had always been the kind of person who put others first. As a nurse, she was used to long hours, late nights, and the emotional toll that came with caring for the sick and injured. But she never imagined that one night, she'd be the one fighting for her life. It happened on a rainy evening as Emma was driving home after a double shift at the hospital. The roads were slick and visibility was low. She was exhausted, her eyelids heavy as she navigated the winding roads leading to her house. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a car appeared in front of her, its headlights blinding in the rain. Emma swerved to avoid a collision, but her car skidded out of control, crashing into a tree with a sickening crunch. Everything went black. The next thing Emma knew, she was floating, weightless and free from pain. Below her, she could see her own body, motionless in the wreckage, surrounded by paramedics working frantically to save her. But their voices were muffled, distant, as if coming from another world. Emma felt herself being drawn away, toward a brilliant, warm light in the distance. It wasn't just any light. It was pure and comforting, wrapping her in a blanket of love and peace. For the first time in her life, she felt truly at ease, as if all the worries, all the stresses of the world had melted away. As she moved closer to the light, familiar faces began to appear. First was her grandmother, who had passed away years ago. She smiled at Emma, her eyes full of warmth and understanding. Then came her childhood friend, who had died far too young, followed by other loved ones she had lost over the years. They surrounded her, offering comfort, telling her it was okay to let go, to keep moving toward the light. Emma felt a powerful pull, a longing to be with them, to stay in this place where nothing hurt and nothing could go wrong. But just as she was about to step fully into the light, something held her back. It was faint at first, a distant echo, but it grew louder, more insistent. The voices of the living, her family, her friends, her colleagues, calling out to her, begging her to return. Torn between the peace of the light and the pull of the voices, Emma hesitated. She wanted to stay in the light, to embrace the love and warmth it offered, but the voices tugged at her heart, reminding her of the life she still had to live, the people she still had to help. With a final, agonizing decision, Emma turned away from the light, feeling its warmth slip away as she was pulled back into the darkness. She awoke to the beeping of monitors, the sterile smell of the hospital room filling her senses. The pain returned, sharp and unrelenting, but she was alive. Her family was there, tears streaming down their faces as they held her hands, relieved beyond measure that she had come back to them. The recovery was slow and painful, but Emma couldn't shake the memory of the light. It stayed with her, a lingering presence in the back of her mind, giving her a new perspective on life and death. She had seen something beyond this world, something beautiful and serene, and it had changed her in ways she couldn't fully explain. Emma returned to work with a renewed sense of purpose. She still cared for her patients, still worked the long hours, but now there was a deeper understanding, a greater empathy in everything she did. She knew how fragile life was, how quickly it could all be taken away, and she made it her mission to cherish every moment, every breath, every heartbeat. The experience had given her a gift, a glimpse of something beyond the veil of life, and though she didn't know what lay ahead, she was no longer afraid. Emma had been to the edge and back, and she carried that light with her, a beacon of hope in a world that so often seemed dark and uncertain. She didn't talk about what she had seen, didn't try to explain it or analyze it. It was hers alone, a secret memory she held close to her heart. And every night, as she drifted off to sleep, she would close her eyes and feel the warmth of that light, knowing that one day, when her time truly came, she would return to it. But for now, Emma was content to live, to love, and to make the most of the life she had been given. The light would be there when she was ready, but until then, she had a world to care for, and she intended to do just that. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.